Hey guys, Karen with Curl House. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and a certified trichologist. And today we are going to talk about sweat on the scalp and what to do about it. So as y'all know, I have turned into a bit of a health nut over the past few years. And specifically this year, I have really prioritized not only my health in terms of what I eat, but also exercise, y'all. I have been killing it in the gym. I've been working this body out. I want my body to be strong. But what I'm also dealing with is, what am I going to do with all this sweat and what am I going to do with my hair? So that's what we are talking about today. So as you can see, my hair is in some big old twists. I have about 6 or 7 big twists in my hair. This is what it looks like when I go to the gym. For the most part, nothing fancy. I just pop it in some big twists. So actually what I did, I washed my hair, I put a ton of moisturizer in it, sealed it with a little bit of butter, twisted it up and popped it back because again, I sweat. Now, what I don't do, I do not wash my hair every day. No, I do not do that, but it's still important for you to keep your scalp clean, even when you are exercising, or even after you exercise. So let me talk to you about what I do. Before I even talk to you about what I do, let's just talk about sweat in general. What is sweat? Basically, sweat is primarily water. It's like 99% water, and then it has some salt in it. It has a little bit of urea. It has some other minerals, like it has lactic acid in it. But what we're going to talk about specifically is the salt. So that's what you have to be mindful of when you are sweating. Your sweat, again, is made up of water and salt. And we all know what happens with water. Water will evaporate. So when the water evaporates off your scalp, then what do you have left? Everything else, including salt. So just like if you ever had like a Tom Hanks experience and you were a castaway on some remote island by yourself, you would not drink the salty water, right? Because the salty water will dehydrate the body. Same thing with the scalp. The salt left on your scalp will dehydrate the scalp and the hair. That is why it is important to remove it, right? So I'm just going to give you a few tips, a few things that you can do to make sure you maintain the health of your hair and scalp if you exercise or if you sweat profusely. Tip number 1, while you're in the gym or while you are exercising, because hey, you could be exercising right in your living room, make sure you take your hair and move it off your neck. If you have, hair that touches your neck, move it up. Put it in a band, or like what I did, put it in twists. You don't want your hair touching the sweat because again, the more it's touching the sweat, the more it's going to dry out. So just really simple, take it off your neck. Number 2, make sure you spray your hair with a leave-in conditioner or some type of water-based moisturizer even before you go to the gym. So of course, this is the one that I use, the Curl House Hair Nourishing Leave-In Conditioner, but you can use any type of leave-in conditioner to hydrate your hair before you sweat, because if your hair is already moisturized and hydrated before you sweat, that's going to minimize some of that dryness that your hair would experience from the sweat. Now, number 3, this is specific to the scalp because that's where most of the sweat is collected anyway, at the scalp. Now, there's a few things that you can do. Some people will rinse their hair with water right after they exercise. That is great. That works as well. But for me, I don't want to rinse my hair and scalp with water every time I exercise because I'm to the point where I'm exercising 5 or 6 times a week. So I don't want to go through that process of wetting my hair down every time I exercise. But I absolutely want to keep my scalp clean. So it's a couple things that you can do. You can do, good old trusted apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has many benefits, but scalp care, perfect for apple cider vinegar. You can take a little bit of apple cider vinegar and mix it with water. So for example, if you have like an 8-ounce bottle, you can put about 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in that bottle and fill it up with water. And you can use it to spray it on your scalp. Apple cider vinegar balances the scalp, like balances the pH balance of the scalp, and it's a natural clarifier. So it's a natural cleanser, and you can spray it directly on your scalp. Apple cider vinegar is wonderful to use as a clarifier after you sweat. And again, take your bottle, go in your scalp, and just spray it on your scalp. And I don't use the apple cider vinegar. I use something else. So the other thing that you can use to clarify your scalp is a hydrosol. Have y'all heard of hydrosols? Now, the one that I use is Lavender Hydrosol. Ooh, it's a big one. This is Lavender Hydrosol. So hydrosol is not like, well, lavender hydrosol is not lavender water. It's different. So lavender hydrosol is a little different in that lavender water is pretty much water infused with lavender, right? Whereas hydrosol, it's a different process. So it's through the distillation process of distilling lavender essential oil, is the byproduct of that distillation process. So that's what the hydrosol is. So I use the lavender hydrosol on my scalp. It smells much better than apple cider vinegar. So for those of you who just hate the smell of apple cider vinegar, I totally get it. You can try a hydrosol on your scalp. Now, again, I use lavender. I also have, and sometimes I don't even use the lavender hydrosol by itself because I know hydrosol is in this leave-in conditioner. Sometimes I just spray this on my hair or spray it directly on my scalp. So you can actually use this leave-in conditioner as a 2-for-1 if you want, or you can get the lavender hydrosol by itself and spray it on your scalp. Lavender has a lot of amazing benefits. One of the benefits is that it is also an astringent. So it is actually clarifying as well. Very, very similar to the apple cider vinegar. Another type of hydrosol that is very good for your scalp as well is lemongrass. Lemongrass hydrosol is also excellent for your scalp as well. So if you want to try a hydrosol on your scalp in between wash days, if you're not washing your hair all the time, or if you don't want to wash your hair after you exercise, lemongrass hydrosol is great as well. Now, the fourth thing that I do is wash my hair. So yes, I wash my hair a little more frequently now. I used to wash it about once a week. Now, if I'm doing a lot of cardio, like if I'm really, really going hard, then I'll kind of move it up to about 5 days. So I absolutely wash my hair and scalp. I'm not a big co-wash person. Some people will co-wash in between their exercise, which is fine. But even if you are a co-washer, make sure you are using a clarifying shampoo to actually cleanse your scalp. I'll also use a scalp massager as well when I do wash my hair now to make sure that everything, all the buildup is lifted up off of my scalp since I don't wash after every exercise session. Okay, I hope these tips will help you on your exercise journey. If you're not on an exercise journey, I encourage you to exercise, even if you're just walking. 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week. Get that body moving. It is awesome for your body. And guess what? It's awesome for your hair. So you want healthy hair and scalp? Let's get moving with exercise. Okay, until we talk again, stay fast.